This was a story that was just waiting to break. There were simply too many people who were unhappy with the way in which things were panning out. The Shriram Group, as we knew from the start, were very unhappy that Shriram Transport was getting merged into the holding company and therefore getting a holding company discount, and therefore in the reworked plan Shriram Transport was kept out. Shriram Capital was supposed to merge with IDFC, and then the government jumped in and said that IDFC cannot get a discount compared to Shriram Capital, the unlisted company, and that looks like was the last straw. Nisha Pudar is also with me. Nisha, you know, I remember you reporting that the government also jumping in and saying that they are unhappy with this discounting that they feared they will get. So Shriram Transport investors are unhappy. IDFC investors are unhappy. It was a recipe. It was a divorce before a marriage.
Yes, it was a recipe for disaster, Lata. In fact, we have covered so many mergers in the recent past, Vedanta, Birla, but they've all managed to really surmount the pressure coming in from the various shareholders and the portals coming in. In this particular case, the pressure was insurmountable. There was just stiff resistance, not just from the Shriram shareholders, but also coming in from the IDFC shareholders. IDFC Limited shareholders clearly said that the share swap has to happen at a valuation of 104 rupees per share, while the stock is trading at close to about 60 odd rupees per share. So that was a clear mismatch, and they were just valuing IDFC Limited with Shriram Group Capital. And they were getting a premium while these guys got a huge discount.
No, so you know, the logic, the government's logic, and I got it from the Ministry of Finance.
Yes.
The government's logic was that Shriram Capital, since it is not listed, is being valued as some of the parts and its own business.
Yes.
IDFC, if similarly valued with its, mutual fund wing and its bank and its various parts, should be at 104, as you said. And therefore, their point is that the market is trading at a discount to our actual value.
Yes.
Value us as you value Shriram Capital, and we should get, you know, at least a 40% premium to the current price, or the other way around.
Yes.
The market price is at a 40% discount to our valuation price.
Yes.
Now, this is something which the Shriram Capital guys or the Shriram Transport guys could never accept, because they believed they ran a superior business compared to IDFC.
But Shriram Transport Finance also, even though they restructured the entire transaction and kept it out, that was not palatable enough. And here, Lata, we also get from sources that there was some, you know, RBI's concerns also regarding the new structure which they tried to bring in to make the transaction more palatable for all the shareholders.
So RBI's fear, RBI had, from the RBI's angle, two fears. One, that at no time should Mr. Ajay Piramal have more than 5%. If at all he had a 7%, there should be a very clear timetable whereby he would bring it down below that 5% mark, because conglomerates, they saw him as a conglomerate and they wouldn't have allowed him to have more than 5%, the rule that applies to all conglomerates.
Right.
The other problem was, what would you do with an entity which is doing a bank, which is doing a banking business outside through an NBFC? That is still a matter of some discomfort, and they would have wanted that Shriram Transport business with a timetable be brought into the fold of the entire family. That again was something which Shriram Transport and Shriram Capital investors were still uncomfortable with. So as you say, that regulatory discomfort was there. There the discomfort was more with Ajay Piramal. The remaining they were willing to live with.
Yes.
But the point is the shareholders themselves were not able to come to an agreement on...
It is brought in. In fact, it's one of the landmark deals that needs to be analyzed, where shareholders have managed to get the deal called off. So that's a big thing.